Good afternoon to all. I welcome our beloved Principal Ma'am and Honorable Dignitary, Mr. Mohammed Sheik Moti, to give one technical talk on build your business model and entrepreneurship journey from student. Now we can have a short brief about Mr. Mohammed Sheik Moti. Yes.
Mr. Mohammed Sheik Moti, Director Access Tech So Limited. He has been pursuing as a MTech in B.S. Abduram Crescent College. He had been technical skills, 3D designing, printing. He has award presentation and awards and appreciation. Completed 2 months in NSRCL. Launched a program conducted by Indian Institute of Management, Bangalore. And patent publications is a biomedical device to help practical and disabled person. Multifunction gadget to measure height volume of overhead tank. States of specific emptying. His industrial internship underwent industrial internship in tech industrial estate. And completed an industrial visit on 3D printing at NRX Technology during December. As international and national conference are IoT-based aquarium automation in the International E-Conference on Information on 9th and 10th April 2021. Mr. Mohammed Sheik Moti in second year Department of Electronics and Instrumentation. He has presented a paper titled Embedded Intelligent Bike System for Safety Ride at National Conference on Emerging Trends in Wireless Communication and Signal Processing at Arunai Engineering College, Tiruvannamalai on 15 February 2019. And in first year, he have papered a novel continuous infant temperature altering system, IEEE control system in 2018. Workshop he attended at with A-Guide Chennai, SRM IST, and Electronics Engineering RMK College. Thank you, sir. Welcome you to give speech about our topic.
Yes. Thank you for the warm welcome. Thank you all. And I would like to thank the principal and the management for giving me this opportunity to present a lecture on the trends in entrepreneurship. Now we'll move to the presentation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can start the programs.
Okay, sure. Okay, so the topic I'll be addressing today is the entrepreneurial journey for myself from student to startup. How I turned my idea into a startup, and what are all the processes that I had to go through, and how I established a startup. So myself, Mohammed Sheik Moti, I've completed my bachelor's in electronics and instrumentation from Ishwari Engineering College, and now I'm running the startup Arcrest Exol Private Limited. So now let's see about the journey of how it went from student. So initially, all of us would have heard about competitions and project expos during our study in the college at various times and various events. So one of such project competitions or expo that I participated was the IICDC competition, which is the India Innovation Challenge Design Contest, and I participated in the year 2019. So before this, I had already participated 2 years, but this was the year that I was able to cope up and win the contest. So initially, the first time which I applied, I wasn't able to make it to the first stage itself. So I reworked my writing skills and the presentation skills, and I applied for the next year, which I went till the quarterfinal stage. And in this particular stage, we were able to complete the whole process of the competition and win the contest. So let me brief about the processes that we had went through to attain this uh, completion of the project. So initial stage. So irrespective of the competition, say not just for the IICDC, but for most of the competitions that you'll be trying to join or that are available in the common forum, first involves a registration phase in which every team and the team members must identify a mentor and they must register their team for that particular competition. This was the first stage, and this is common for all the project competitions that we'll be seeing. So after this first registration stage, this is the second stage in which uh, every team had to submit a business and a technical proposal of their product. So initially, when I first tried the competition, we did a smart bike system which involved the uh, involved adding few features that could help in smart helmet wearing, smart ignition system, and a few other smart uh, features that could be added to a normal bike to establish a smart bike. So that was the first idea that I submitted. So during the quarterfinal stage of the first attempt, what happened was that uh, it was we were in a crude stage and we weren't able to uh, cope up with the requirements asked by them. So the proposal that we wrote and the things that we did were a little on the uh, on the light side. So we had to rework all of those stuffs. So the second time when we participated, we took a novel idea, which was the sleepwalking detection idea. So we helped sleepwalkers to detect the sleepwalking during a sleepwalking cycle, and we helped alert the caretakers during one of those events. So that was a novel idea which got selected during this stage, and we were able to get an 200 USD worth of components uh, for developing the prototype. So that was the second stage that we had to go through. So when we moved to the third stage, we had to develop a prototype with the components that we have received from the NSRCL. So what we so the competition was basically featured by Texas Instruments. So Texas Instruments is an US based company who deal with electronics and stuff. So we had to use their components in particular to develop the prototype. So we initially what happened was that we weren't able to adapt to the components that they had given because there wasn't enough documentation or paperwork for those particular components which were particularly manufactured by Texas Instruments. So in the second time which we did, we gathered information and we had to work with those components. So one of the lessons that I learned during this stage is that we have to have adaptability to achieve a better product. So whenever some criteria or restriction is given, we need to work within that. So that is one thing that we were able to gain from this thing. So for the semi-final, we had to submit a project report, a technical paper, and a video demonstration of the prototype as well as the business plan. So these are all the things that we have submitted, and we got through the semi-final stage where all the things that we submitted was assessed by technical mentors from IICDC, and we moved to the final stage. So during the final stage, we had to directly meet the mentors and present our ideas uh, in such a way that uh, in such a way that uh, to show how good the project is and how it could impact people in the normal world. So we presented our idea to the technical mentors in the IICDC finals, and we finally got selected as one of the 30 teams in the final stages. And once this final stage is completed, actually the benefits of winning this competition was that we were able to get an launchpad program and an incubation at IIM Bangalore. So this was just the beginning for us. The end of the competition just marked the beginning for us. So once we completed the final stage, we had been moved to the next stage, where all the 30 teams that reached the finals in the competition were moved to the launchpad program stage. So this is one thing that I liked more about the competition. So the thing is that they valued the ideas that student gave, and they didn't just choose one or two projects, and they also helped and mentored all the students along the process so that they could correct their mistakes and they could improve on their side. So once we reach the NSR cell, the NSR cell is basically a business. NSR cell is also a startup that basically focuses on uplifting the startups to a greater level so that they could establish into a viable business. So here, all the entrepreneurs get access to several resources, and they could come together and innovate so that they could establish themselves into a better business. So during our time in the NSR cell, the first part was the Launchpad program. So during the Launchpad program, the Launchpad program continued for a period of 3 months. So the Launchpad program, to be honest, changed our perspective of all the things that we have already known and had thought about. The Launchpad program basically focused on the business aspects of the entrepreneurial journey. So irrespective of how great your project works and how well it performs under different conditions, it must meet the need of the customers. So at the end of the day, if you have a great product and there aren't any customers to buy it, it wouldn't be a success. So in our journey, we had to rework a few things, and we had to adapt to the customers and rework our product. So we also included a fall detection system along with the sleepwalking detection. So including this fall detection system enabled us to cope up with the larger amount of market. So it gave us a wide reach and a lot of people who we could access through our product. So this was the thing that we learned from the Launchpad program. So once the Launchpad program was completed, that is, the Launchpad program also included technical.
Sir, Mr. Moti, excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Do you want to? Yes, no. Yeah. Now you can able to see the slides.
So you weren't able to see slides?
Yeah. Now only a Launchpad program slide has been shared.
Okay.
Just want to clarify.
So you weren't able to see
from the starting, only the first slide was only we can able to see.
Okay. So is it visible now?
Yeah, yes. Now it is visible.
So then I'll just brief out Brief it
Brief.
up a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the first stage which I already told about. It was the registration phase. So it involved registering all the team details along with the mentors detail in the registration portal. This was the first stage. In the second stage, we had to develop a technical proposal for both the business and
The
technical.
slides are not changing. It is showing 8 slide.
Okay.
Press slideshow.
Yes, Mr. Mohit, now it is visible.
Now, can you see it changing?
Yes.
Okay. So the first stage was the registration phase, and the second stage was the quarterfinal phase, in which we had to submit a business proposal. That is, in writing, we had to send all the necessary details that were required. And for the third stage, we had to develop a prototype as well as a video demonstration of the prototype along with the business plan. So once all of these were confirmed, we had a direct one-on-one session in the final stage where we had to pitch our ideas in front of mentors uh, who evaluated our ideas and moved us to the Launchpad program. So once we reach the Launchpad program in NSRCell, we happen to get a lot of information about the business perspective of the product that we were developing, and we also got a lot of inputs from the mentors, and we reworked our project accordingly. So at the end of the Launchpad program, we were finally evaluated based on our understanding of the market and how well our product could fit in the existing market, and how we could proceed in our development of our product. So now we are currently in the incubation phase at NSRCell, where for a period of 12 months, we will be developing an MVP. So MVP is basically a minimum viable product, which we have, which has to be done, marking a minimum. So MVP is basically a product that is ready for testing, but not yet ready for the market directly. So we are currently in the MVP stage, and we are building our project based on all the inputs that we have received. So that's it for the experience that I have undergone during this process of this IICDC competition. And my suggestion to all you students is that when you start building a project, always think about the business perspective or the end customer perspective. So whenever you try to build a project, make sure that it could reach the customer that for whom you are building it for, and it could reach them in a proper price range, so that it could be useful for them as well as for you. So randomly building a product which isn't going to meet the customer's need is both waste of time for yourself, and it wouldn't also make it the market. So that is my suggestion for all of you, and thank you for giving me this opportunity. So
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Sheik Mohit, for sharing your valuable experience.
thank you, sir.
The students are having any questions, they can ask him.
Yeah. So if you have any questions regarding
Yeah, I'll ask if there are any questions. Collectively ask together. Now we can continue with the program now.
Okay. The presentation would be continued by Dr. Sabra Bono.
Okay. So once again, I welcome Dr. Shabra Bono ma'am to continue this program. Shabra ma'am, is my voice audible?
Is my screen visible?
Yeah, in progress ma'am. Now we can be able to see me. Yes ma'am, it's visible.
Am I audible?
Yes ma'am, yes ma'am. You are audible ma'am.
Okay, we will start the presentation.
Yes ma'am, we can start.
Okay, as discussed by Mr. Moti, so initially he started with the innovation challenge, which was conducted by Government of India. So here you have a portal called innovate.mygovernment.in. So this is a portal which will take you to a site where Government of India is providing a platform for students and again all Indian nationals to bring some solutions. So they will be posting some problems, and depending on, you can give an idea to solve the problem. Just this is an ideation stage. You need not build any product. Instead, you can just post an idea and you can help Government of India to solve a problem. So here you can type innovate.mygovernment.in and you can see lot of, it will be both technical as well as non-technical. So this was a portal in which the contest which Moti participated, it hosted. So here you can see, it will, as I told you, it is not only for students, it is for any individual. So it is open for any citizen of India. So you can, even after completing your course, if you are interested, you can view this at least once in a week, so that you will come to know what are the different contests that is being conducted. You can give a suggestion. So they'll ask you to fill certain forms and they'll be asking you to give your ideas a solution, so that you can post your ideas, and if the ideas are good, they will, again, as explained by Moti, it will be funded. So now this is the portal. You can take a note of this and you can also go through these portals. So there are many biomedical problems being posted and they want solutions for that. You can see here, these are the present problems that has been posted, and every week or every month they are updating this. So you can also see the past challenges. What are the challenges? So you can have a film that you can view all the past challenges also. See here. So here you can see, as I told you, both technical, non-technical. So innovation in public administration, vision at 2047. And here you can see empowering women through entrepreneurship program. So there are a lot of programs. So you can have a look into those programs and you can, again, if you are in a position to give some solution for this, well and good, you can try with that. And as I told you, here in the same innovate.mygovernment.india Innovation Challenge Design Contest 2019. This was the one which Moti participated. Here you can see the amount or the prize and the things which you will be getting. So 2 crores of seed fund for top 10 startups, 50 lakh cash prize, 1.5 crore product development fund, 1.44 crore stipend. So these are the different things you will be getting as a result of winning the contest. Not only winners, even the participants also got certificates. And again, they were given, the students who were shortlisted in the first round, they were given $200. so that they can start working with their prototype. Next stage, again, after crossing semi-finals, they were again given a reward of $200. And finally, after completion and being one of the top finalists, they are given 20 lakh rupees for converting their prototype into product and again to start their business. In addition, they are also given a stipend of 25,000 rupees per month for 1 year. So these are the benefits that you are going to get by winning these contests. Not even participating in benefits. So you can go through this website so that you'll come to know what are the contests that is being conducted. In addition to government agencies, there are 8 few private companies like Infosys, Wipro, TCS, CTS and all. They are also, every year they are asking for some innovation. So in Google, you can type innovation contest in India. You will have a list of companies who are posting. Even last year, Mitsubishi, they were posting a problem. So health sciences is having a very huge scope. So a lot of fund is also available for budding engineers or budding students. So you can become an entrepreneur. You need not invest money getting from your parent or from your pocket money. What you can do is you can approach some government agencies and participate in such contests, and you can win prizes and you can start your own business. So that is the basic. So you can see here the amount of revenue you are going to get for investing for your business. So this again is from innovate.mygovernment.in. As briefed by Moti, as I told you, you have a lot of other options. So you can see there is something called by Infosys. Again, Mitsubishi. Many other companies are requesting for innovative ideas. So young minds are having a lot of ideas, and these ideas should be properly channelized so that you can have your startup and you can have your own market, or you can improve the economy of India just by building your product. So this innovation is going to play a very, very crucial role. So you can take one such initiative. As I told you, ICDC 2019, it had so many advantages. And now I'll take you to how to convert your idea into a product and what are the different things you have to keep in mind when you convert your idea into a product. So to start with, problem identification. So this is the major task of any startup. So initially you have to identify a problem. The problem can be in any challenging areas like healthcare, education, agriculture, smart mobility, democratizing access to products. So you have a lot of in railways, in water resources. So you have a lot of challenging areas where you have problems. So if you are in a position to create an innovative solution, and that too, if it is a community-based problem, you will have very high reachability. So you can reach out to more people so that your product can be sold for a very large audience, and you'll be getting more revenue. So this problem, it can be a very small problem. You can again see the problem near you. You need not problem identification is not launching a rocket or all. It is a problem which we see in a day-to-day life. So in my neighborhood, what is the problem I'm facing? So that's what is rocket. So first you identify the problem, and you have a lot of funding available for healthcare in particular. And again, for others also it is available, but healthcare, Government of India is giving lot of fund. In the case of healthcare, BIRAC is giving 50 lakh rupees for if you have any idea relevant to a biomedical problem. For idea itself, they are giving 50 lakhs. And they will also give you space in leading institutions in Bangalore for carrying out your research. And again, you can also build your product there with the help of, it's not that I have to know all the technology. I may or may not know the technology. You can hire, take for instance, if you have the money, you can hire persons, or you can also outsource few components. Take for instance, I want to develop an app, I want to develop a product, I want to have a hardware. So I don't have hardware knowledge, I don't know how to build an app. So what I can do is I can either outsource, I can find a proper person who can do the product for me. And again, I can also recruit persons. We can give salary to the person, and for that also the agencies like Bayrag, they give funding for you. So there are identification of problem and a solution is what that's going to matter. And other things, if you are technically strong, it's well and good. Even if you are not, it's not a problem. You can carry on with developing your product with the help of others. So this is going to play a very, very crucial role. So once you have identified a problem, you can ask your parent, you can ask your friend, you can ask your neighbor, you can ask your relative for any problem they are facing, and your solution is going to give it's going to solve the problem. So that's what is problem identification. So you can identify an area and you can first identify the problem. So once you have identified the problem, you will be getting some solution for the problem. How you are going to solve the problem? Take for instance, recently I went in a gas filled auto. Halfway, what he did was he said that the cylinder is empty and the vehicle will not move. It was causing problem to me because he dropped me at that place itself, and the driver also he has to go to a place where he can refill the tank. So he is also having a problem. He is not having an indicator which is going to show him what the amount of the volume of gas in that cylinder. That's why he also did not refill it. So this is a problem which I faced when I went in an auto. Another problem which I faced recently is my father-in-law. He is having paralytic. He's a paralytic attack patient. Now he needs support. He's bedridden. He couldn't move. There needs to be someone to take care of him. My mother-in-law used to take care of him because we all are working and we leave our home. So she used to take him, but she cannot sit with him 24/7. So she will be in the veranda, she will be in the kitchen, she will be in the hall. So she may be anywhere in the house. Now, that's a problem. So if he wanted to call, he couldn't speak, he couldn't move. So that's a problem. So first what you have to do is you have to identify problems in your day-to-day life. It's not only rocket launching, which is a very big problem we have to solve. Even small problems which we see in our neighborhood, you have to identify. So problem identification is a very, very crucial role when you want to solve or when you want to start a business. So what you can do is first you identify the problem. So these two are few problems which I identified. And again, one of our relative, he is having that sleepwalking noctambulism problem. And another person, and again, the elderly persons in our neighborhood, they are having that fall detection problem. When they are alone and if they fall, there is no one to take care. They have to stay there till some person comes and help them. So these problems, so you have to search for problems near you. So don't think that I have to go for creating or finding very big problems, or I want to explore oil. So that's not a problem. Even a few problems which you are seeing in your day-to-day life, you can take those problems, you can work on those problems. And for identifying the problem, what you have to do is you have to first listen to your nearby people. So you keep the habit of speaking to, communicating with people, and try to get as many problems as possible. And you put a notebook, you list down the problems which you are facing. Your friend may have a problem, you may have a problem, your mother may have a problem. When take for instance the groceries, they may not know when it is getting emptied. So you can have a small gadget for checking whether the pulses are less or more. So you have to first communicate, talk to your nearby people, and you have to identify the problems. Then you think what can be done to solve this problem. Then we can also collaborate. As I told you, we may not be master. No individual can be master of all the technologies. So maybe I'm good at